عاشق ومو قادر ولا ما بادر ولا ما.
Students, good afternoon. Please be aware of I'm recording the session. Let me start the class. You can unmute and speak to me whenever you get a doubt. And I have an other system, and there I'm reading your messages. So anytime when you have any doubt, you can talk to me. So here we are trying to learn XML. Okay, so before XML I start the concept, let me explain to you what all we covered here until now. We have taken HTML. First, we started with the step 1. We learned 1. And there we know that content we are writing in the body, within the tags. And also, you learned in that session a bit of formatting within the tags. You learned more with the CSS. Okay, the formatting you learned then in last lecture. So CSS is a cascading style sheet for formatting, and you need to do learn more about CSS as per your requirement. You are not supposed to learn A to Z in CSS and memorize. That's not the way. You have taken up your project, maybe about a bookshop. Then you have to have a plan how you want to develop your web pages, the color theme and planning. This is called storyboard you make. Once you have that, okay, my page I want to display like this, then you have to look at how to develop like that. Then content, maybe you're writing with HTML, formatting the page is here, and how I can keep a menu bar, and how I can arrange this window into different sections. All this you can do with a CSS. So you have to have a plan. Based on the plan, you use CSS and make the page. Is that clear? So you are not memorizing everything. Please use W3 Schools. For CSS, I recommend W3 Schools used to learn more. Okay, that's the first step we started with. Now we are learning just XML. Okay, what is this XML and why we are learning XML? Let me explain to you. This XML, extensible markup language. Okay, and this is like any web services or any IoT systems you are doing, also you use this XML. XML is not only just you are learning now for this website to make, but in future, any application when you are making, any web service when you want to make, you want to use in Java programming. Okay, so you are actually having a lot, of applications. You use XML. Am I clear, students? So XML is extensible markup language. I'm going to teach you now, and you will learn here in XML what are the uses in today's class. We are not doing any much coding. We will do it that part in next class. But here only one thing we are going to learn about what is meant by XML, where do we use, and why this is used. This is the thing I'm going to explain to you. XML. Is that clear? Now we in the third step, XML, Extensible Markup Language. Okay. So let me just go back to the one what we are going to teach you in XML. It is markup language again. Markup language like HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language, whereas XML is extensible markup language. What for this XML is used? XML is when you visualize where we use XML, when you think of that, I have one machine here, another machine here. In the network, we are sending and received by other machine. Now, HTML you learned with the help of CSS. All this is now you are sending it to the other machine, and other machine is actually by using its web browser, it is actually seeing the content. Okay, what happens with that? It becomes the load will be more. We call that one the load in this one will be more if you use CSS and HTML together. So the content and the formatting style, if you send it across the network, that is actually costing more load. Load means like in the network, different layers will be there and the data will be transported from one machine to another machine through the network. That time, it is consuming a lot of overheads, we call. So what here we need now, not the CSS and HTML format. XML, if you use XML, data, XML, what it is actually having? Only data. Only data it is actually XML uses. And there is nothing about how to display this data. That point won't be there in XML. XML is for data sharing. Okay. And it is actually